This is the Regal Imports News for July 2013. If I could make any changes to the industry, it would be to go back to the way we dealt with diamonds in the past, based on emotion, beauty, and passion, instead of the cold statistical and numerical way which makes it into just another boring commodity. All too often I am asked to show certificates before the actual stones. Is that what our business has come to? Just papers and numbers? This is a quote from Ronen, General Manager, Dehres Limited, a major global supplier of larger diamonds. And I couldn't agree with him more. In keeping with this sentiment, I will share a bit of philosophy directed at the computer-literate millennial generation. A generation that believes everything can be researched, purchased, and discounted online. Here it comes. Some people know the price of everything and the value of nothing. Last month, our broadcast discussed certificate standardization, and jewelry-related social media networks were abuzz with discussion. I'm a radical on this issue, and I believe that if industry won't do anything, then it should be taken to the press. It is an issue much like conflict diamonds. It needs to be addressed to avoid consumer backlash. I'd like to take a moment to discuss what it's like to be me, a diamond dealer with definite ideas about what is right and what is wrong. It has always been my business philosophy to sell a product that I would be proud to give to someone I love. I hate misrepresentation. I have often compared a business to a baby. A baby is unable to take care of itself. A business, like a baby, must be protected. A parent tries to set a good example and make intelligent decisions and teach right from wrong. In business, making money by being deceptive is wrong. Being honest and truthful is right. If these values are old-fashioned, then we're all in trouble. 3 months ago, I became a grandparent, and I hope that good values will be an integral part of my granddaughter's upbringing. A bit more philosophy from Grandpa Mel. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. Now the diamond industry news. De Beers rough prices did not increase in June, and still there is no profit to be made selling rough into the secondary markets. An estimated 5 to 10% of rough offered by the DTC was left on the table. Alrose's prices did increase by an approximate 3%, and diamond cutters are not coming out with this allotment. The local Indian market is getting killed by the weak rupee, and it is estimated that 25,000 diamond cutters have been laid off in the last few weeks. Diamonds were slow in the June Hong Kong show, and the Chinese market remains lackluster. All action is coming from America. The Canadian market is lagging behind America, but there are signs of improvement. We are all watching the depreciation of the Canadian dollar and the slumping gold prices. Goldman Sachs has just predicted that gold will fall to $1,050 by the end of 2014. Last month, the Rappaport Certificate Conference concluded by stating, "Sell diamonds, not paper." I will extend this statement to include jewelry by saying, sell yourself before your jewelry. Sell your personal store brand before the brands in your store. The iconic Canadian retailer BIRKS is doing this by introducing new BIRKS stores that carry only one brand, the BIRKS brand. BIRKS is rejecting the trend of promoting outside brands in favor of promoting BIRKS. One obvious advantage of selling only a personal brand is to eliminate showrooming. BIRKS is attempting to separate themselves from other jewelers who support and are supported by larger branded lines. BIRKS does not want to become dependent on outside brands, and their move towards a unique identity is both intelligent and progressive. How does all this relate to diamonds? Diamond brands are in the business of promoting their own image and credibility to the public. I believe that it is in the best interests of retailers to promote their own identity. At Regal Imports, we build up our retailer's image because the sale of a Regal diamond is necessitated by a knowledgeable presentation of our own value proposition. Our diamonds encourage retailers to communicate their personal diamond expertise beyond certification, commodity, or even country of origin. A Regal presentation is designed to showcase the salesperson's knowledge. The sale of a Regal diamond requires a salesperson who understands the intricacies of diamond grading and appreciates our diamond selection. At Regal, we do not reject traditional grading, but enhance it in order to encourage a consumer trust in the selling establishment. This is a far different approach than deferring trust and responsibility to the credibility of a brand. Retailers are showing interest in regaining the trust lost as a consequence of their own dependence on popular brands and certificates. The word decommoditize has surfaced, and that's what Regal Imports and BIRKS see as ensuring the viability of brick-and-mortar retail. Moving from brands to Canadian diamonds, Rio Tinto has decided not to sell their interests in the Diavik mine. Instead, they will be looking into new methods of maximizing profitability. Meanwhile, Dominion Diamond Corporation have obviously abandoned the idea of acquiring 100% of the Diavik mine and are working to find ways of extending the life of the Ekati mine. Bob Gannicott, the CEO of Dominion, said that Dominion will move away from the BHP system of selling diamond rough by tender and will sell in a more traditional manner by supplying a regular supply of diamonds to a limited list of clients. Gannicott made one statement that was very important to Canadian polished diamond traders. He said, "Along with the purchase of Ekati came Canada Mark, the country of origin certification. And we may continue to use that and may try to raise the profile of that more. We are not going to shrink away from things like supporting country of origin." Finally, a couple of selling tips. 2 sales representatives of a shoe company were sent to Africa to find new markets. One calls after a few days and says, "There's nothing to look for here. Everyone walks around barefoot." The other calls and says, "There's a great possibility for success. No one here has any shoes." The last word comes from Mary Kay. Treat every person that you meet as if they are wearing a sign around their neck that says, "Allow me to feel important." If you do this, you'll succeed, not only in sales, but in life. And that's the Regal Imports news for this month. Be sure to follow me on LinkedIn. I can be found under Melvin Moss. And on Twitter, @Regal Imports. I thank you very much for watching.